There we go. Hello, hello, everyone. I am here with my gorgeous, gorgeous client, Miss Amber. And it has been a long time coming getting to this conversation, actually, hasn't it? We started working together in March. We've had a little bit of a break before we did this testimonial. But I'm really, really excited to get into some of the details as to what you wanted to get out of the program when we first started working together and where you are now and how different that feels. And I'm already excited because we've had a little chat about where you are now and it's all like aligning perfectly. So I can't wait to show everyone and share what it is we've been up to. So first of all, we'll start with what it was that you wanted when you first came to me and we started working together one to one. Do you remember what it is that you wanted out of the program?
I think I was just settling into Australia. So been here for maybe living like 6 months plus, and I think I was a bit all over the place. And I think the main word was settled. So I wanted to be settled in myself, settled in my decision making because I was a manic overthinker, and just settled in the people I was with and who I was spending my time with, and all my decisions. Just wanted to be content and settled.
Yes, I love that. Those were some of the keywords that kept coming out throughout our program, wasn't it? And if you could have described yourself back then, what would you say you were? What was the kind of person you were?
Maybe a bit chaotic or um, overthinker,
Mm,
bit unsure sometimes.
yes, chaotic and overthinker and sure. And it's giving me such different energy right now. So, how do you think we did in terms of getting you to what it is you wanted to feel after the program, that settled feeling?
I think we definitely achieved that, but throughout it, I think almost the objectives or the goals changed. So I
Yeah.
went thinking of almost a very small aspect of my life. And then I come out realizing that I want to change my career, I want to follow passion, and I almost forgot about the minor inconveniences that I come in talking about. And it just completely changed. And I think it was understanding limiting beliefs and how to overcome them, and just help me completely shift my mindset of where I can and can't go in my job.
Yeah, I love how you said that, because I remember that one of the main focuses when you came to me was like friendships, and there was like lots of little things going on at the time that were taking a lot of your energy and attention. And the job wasn't even something you'd thought about right at the time. But it turned out like throughout, working on discovering who you were a bit more and what it is you wanted, like out of your life in Australia, it opened up this almost kind of worms to like, now I actually want to change careers completely. So how obviously that can seem like a little bit of a disruption, right, to your flow, but how do you think uncovering that helped you and where are you at now with that, with career wise?
I think it was definitely hard when I accepted it. I'm like, oh no, this is going to be a bit hard work. But I think without the coaching, I probably would have went down a bit more of a negative spiral because we had those check-ins. I was able to stay a bit more positive and just know that something better was coming. And it took a long time for me to change jobs. And I think I went through such a almost turmoil. I was so desperate, and I was so fixated on change, and I wanted it to come. But when I forgot about it, and that's where we had our break, that
Mm.
it all happened at once.
Yes, I love that. The letting go piece, right? It's always the trickiest piece to like to nail, to navigate, to like but when you've got it, like and you've done it once, you'll be able to do this forever now. Would you mind sharing actually with everyone what it is? We just touched on a vision that you had when we were working together about um, some moment where you knew things were gonna like be working out for you. Would you mind sharing that?
Yeah. So I think I had this idea or vision of Australia even before I come out here. and again when we done a session. So me and my partner Greg, I had this idea that I would meet him in the city and he'd be in his work, like nice clothes, his shirt, and then we'd be meeting each other and we'd go and do something nice after. And when I had no new job in sight, I booked us a nice little date night, went to see some music and some dinner after, and I thought, I think I'm going to be celebrating a new job on that day. And I just had this feeling. And sometimes I can get a little bit too wishful thinking and get carried away. But I was like, no, this is this is going to be a good time. And then 4 o'clock that afternoon, I did accept a new job offer. And then I was walking to see Greg, and I had this nice big white skirt on and had my little heels on. And then I got to tell him then that I accept a new job. So it's just a nice little vision actually coming to life, and it felt well, it was real.
Mm. Oh my God, I love that. Honestly, I've got the goosebumps again. I had them a second ago when you first told me. But when something like that you've had in a vision for so long actually comes to fruition, and it is like on the day that you accept this new job that feels more aligned with where it is you want to go, and a industry that you feel like more passionate about and gives you that feeling of purpose. Oh, it's just everything. I love it. Thank you for sharing that. Um, One question for you. I know what was the biggest challenge that you felt you overcome during this program?
Maybe my own very hard limiting beliefs, and I think it was just me making up information sometimes. Um,
We
and
all do it.
I thought I was stuck in my job. I can't move from my job for like I was stuck in that, yeah, logistics um way of thinking about like the visas and sponsorship, and turned out it wasn't true. And
Mm,
so I think that was quite hard to overcome. But then after I was able to think like that, I think anything, I can do anything now.
yes. Oh, I love that. I feel like I could do anything now. That's the exact it's crazy when we actually look back at the way that you were struggling with that, because you were very boxed in when it was like this, I'm so stuck, like this is where I am, this is how it is, I'm sponsored here. Like you had sponsorship attached to that job, which is huge, right? A lot of people will have stayed there just because they're sponsored, but yet really unhappy. But you took that, like we were able to rewire those beliefs and open your mind to other possibilities. And as soon as you did that, you were on it like a gun. You were like, right, well, we can do this way, we can get Greg will be sponsored, I'll have the freedom, so then I can choose to do whatever I want to do. And now you have this new job to go into in a couple of weeks, which is so exciting. What do you think for you was the biggest takeaway, the biggest thing that you've took out of this program?
Patience. A very, yeah, big one. And that I can't always figure out what will happen when and how and logistics. And I think understanding that my perception of what is even possible or what I can do is only one of many potential things that could happen. So even though I might be fixated on a certain industry or a certain way of doing things, it could happen a million other ways. So like letting go of the how and
Oh, yes.
just trusting that it'll come if it's right for me, it'll come. And the idea of perfect timing or divine timing that yeah, I can't control that. Letting go.
Yeah. And it does, like it speaks for itself, right? It was like you said with that vision, it was the second when you let go of the expectations of, having it to work this way, like figuring out the how, just letting it go and trusting that what you want is on the way for you. And even now, like you've said, this job you're going into is definitely more aligned, but you still feel like there's one that's even more aligned again above that, right? And you feel really sure that that's also on the way when the time is right. How much do you think this program has changed your entire life, not just one aspect of it?
I do think it was a bit of a catalyst, I would say. for
Mm.
because right at the start I'm an hour like, should I do it? Should I not do it? And I'm like, "Oh, I'll do it." And I think if I didn't do that, one thing wouldn't have led to another, and then I wouldn't be here now. I would still be in the old mindset. So I think it was, yeah, like a starting point that really just got the ball rolling of, and it's not just my career, it's just the way I see life now, the way I don't let people affect me, and I can just, as we say, like, plum, plum, plum. Don't let them, like, plum, plum, plum. Don't let those people who irritate you. And yeah,
Yeah.
it's not just my work, it's how I interact with people and not let them bother me.
Yeah, like how much power you let other people have over the way you feel, right? It's like you are in control of the way you feel, and that is actually the only thing we can control, right? We can't control any of the other stuff. We can do the pew, 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 super. We want to say the Super Mario, like I'm in the in the Golden Star, like batting all the bad things away from us. Like we don't need that energy. And look, like it just shows in the way that you're showing up now. So calm, so just content in the way you are right now, and just trusting that everything's gonna work out is honestly such a, obviously I saw you at the start as well, but it feels to me like such a different person that's in front of me right now. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, and I think when you say like that, it sounds so simple, but then in practice, it is quite hard to let it go because that word kept on coming up to me. I'm like, I thought I had let it go. It's like, no,
Yeah.
you really gotta let it go. And it took multiple attempts over months and months and months for me to actually let it go. And that was probably the hardest part of having that let it go feeling and actually like separating myself from being quite obsessed with the goal.
Yes.
Just being more, just enjoying the present, being present as well.
So enjoying like where you are right now. Obviously the goal's still there, but focusing your attention on where you are right now is the key, right? To letting it go. It's like you've still got it in your sight, but the focus and the attention is where you are right now. And that's the amazing part of enjoying the journey, I think, which a lot of people miss, even when they do have their big dream. It's like that's all they focus on. You forget to enjoy where you are right now. How would you say it was working with me? What would you, yeah, how did you feel working with me as your coach?
I loved it. I don't think I could ever have another coach now.
Oh, I did not pay you to say that. Mm.
It wouldn't feel right. And I just think that it was, of course, a serious coaching session every time, but then we'd also get along and would laugh a lot as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I felt like a good match.
Mm. Yeah, for sure. Like you gotta have fun along the way. That is one of my mottos. Like the whole point of this is so that you can live a happy, fulfilled, fun life. So the session's gotta be fun too. Was there for you, obviously you invested a lot of time in the program. There was like bits of homework you had to do and, things to catch up on, as well as working a full-time job, as well as changing your entire career, as well as all the things that were going on, changing your sponsorship, right? There was lots of effort that went into this, and obviously investment in terms of money as well. Would you say that it was worth it?
100%. It's a long-term investment. So it's not just for however long we done those sessions for, I can feel the impact now going forward. So yeah, it's 100% worth it. It's an investment into yourself and yeah, who you are.
Ah, I love that. And if one final, well, actually two final questions. If you could describe yourself now in a few words, what would you say? Maybe three words.
I'd like to say more settled.
Hmm.
I think there's still room for more settling.
Always.
It's always in development. Um, the word calm is coming up more now. I'm trying to be calmer, and I think that's probably linked to settled. And I'm just in more confident, I suppose that's the main purpose as well. And I think for me, it was confident in my decision making and my thoughts. That
Yeah.
was the main thing. Yeah, so I think I'm more confident in my decisions.
Mm. And something you said, I don't know if it was on this, but earlier you were like, I just feel like I can do anything now. Like, now I know who I am. I'm confident in my decisions. I'm confident in where I'm going. It's like I can do whatever I want.
I can do
And you've
anything.
changed so much, right, in the last, it's been like 6 months really since we started working together. There's been you've changed careers, changed like friendship groups, you've changed sponsorships, like there's been so, so much. What would you say was your favorite part?
Um, I think it was all like the micro habits that I've probably picked up as well. Because you read about all these things that you should do this, you should do that, and you don't really do them. You don't implement them. But I think because I was accountable and you reminds me every week, it's like the happy playlist that is still in my life. And it does help. um like the journaling, like thinking about meditation, and I think it's the mindset shift as well. So it's like having those micro habits where if you I could feel myself maybe overthinking something or starting to catastrophize, and then I can snap out of it a lot easier, and I can then go back into like trusting everything will be fine, like having those little affirmations and ways of thinking ready and ingrained into my head.
Yes, I love how you said that because I always say that this is like training, it's like brain training, right? You were like, it's not to say that you're never going to feel crap ever again, you're never going to feel anxious or stressed or all of those feelings, right? We're human. But the fact that you have got like instant tools to come back to get you back into that place of trust, of contentment, of happiness, of like being in the present and enjoying where you are now, I think is magic. So I love the way you described that.
I also feel myself applying it to my friends. I'm like, that's a limiting belief.
Just turned into a gorgeous that that is not true.
And I could feel myself trying to like apply it to other people.
It becomes addictive, doesn't it? It's like when you can see how much has changed you and your perception of the world and the way you feel about like your life now, you just want to help other people do that, right? No, I love that. Okay, one final question. If you had somebody, if you was to give some advice to somebody who was in your kind of situation, just arrived in Australia, looking to get settled, felt a bit like chaotic in their life, their thinking, what is the piece of advice you would give to them?
I would say, I think reach out and trying to find your community because you'll find a lot of people in Australia, and you could probably be friends with a lot of people. But doesn't necessarily mean that they're the right friends. And I think
Yes.
you could easily slip into the old life you had back home out here is really easy. But I think
Yeah.
what you told me is that if you're going to make this massive move, you've got to you've got to create your life and change your life how you want it. So yeah, I'd say find your community and like find the groups and find those people where you can just be yourself.
Mm, I love that. Community is so, so important, isn't it, when it comes to um, building the life that you actually want out here, because you do just become naturally the five people that you spend your time with. So choose wisely. And I love that do you feel like you found your communities now, Amber, and your
Yeah,
people?
like we went to your event a couple of weeks ago, and then you find other people and they do events, and then you end up all going to the same things together. Then you make yeah, I think there's almost a subset of people and they're all into the same things, and you get to see them and go to
Mm.
these fun events together.
Love it. I love it. What are you most excited about for the future now? Final
Uh,
question.
I have a new journal, and I told you earlier that I felt like I was going to start this new journal when I have my new job, and I did. Now I'm excited as to what I'm going to put in it.
Ooh.
Um, and I have no idea because I've been so fixated on this job. So like, what else can happen in the next year or the next 2 years? And again, not being obsessed with what or how, and just letting it letting it fall, unfold, and see what happens. So that's what I'm excited for.
Oh, I love it. Amazing. The new journal to document the new life and all the exciting opportunities that are going to come to you. I love it. Thank you so, so much. I appreciate you. I honestly it's been such a pleasure witnessing like the version of you that came and the version of you that sits before me now. And I'm really glad we had that little break in between because I feel like it's even embedded even further, which has been so lovely to witness. And yeah, I would just like to thank you so much for being here, for sharing your story. I know hopefully it will help some other ladies who are feeling a little bit lost and chaotic in their minds and give you some hope that there is another life for you if you choose it, right? Thank you so much, Miss Amber.
Thank you.